Welcome to Hotline Miami, the only game that can let you experience living in Florida. In this game, we play as Jacket, an angry Floridian fairy who really hates the Russians. And he will use anything from rifles to shotguns or even his bare hands to kill as many as he can. And if playing that doesn't sound fun to you, I don't know what will. So join me as we experience Hotline Miami. As any good game, we start by having a schizophrenic meltdown and talking to the Council of Furries, featuring Don Juan, who's an armchair therapist, Richard, who only speaks in questions,
What is 9 plus 10?
and the final one is just angry. Kill every Russian. Okay. Killing a ton of Russians is obviously not an easy task, so to achieve it, we have to learn the first method of murder: melee combat. And it is this simple. Punches and doors knock down enemies and require you to do an execution in order to finish them off, while any other melee weapon is instant kill. Don't ask me how Jacket can somehow instantly kill someone with a baseball bat, because I have no clue. And while melee doesn't seem like much, in reality it's absolutely busted. Since it doesn't matter how many enemies are close to you, you can kill them all in one punch. Even if there's like 10 or something. But in exchange for this One Punch Man level of power, you are as durable as a fly. Meaning you will die to everything in one hit, whether it be bullets, knives, or even just punches. But don't worry, because unlike other games where you go through a cutscene and a death animation and voice lines and a loading screen, in this game all you gotta do to come back is just press R. Which means you won't be getting bored to death by, well, dying. Which is incredibly important because you'll be doing a ton of it. See, to learn the level and eventually beat it, you have to die a lot and learn it through trial and error. And hell, sometimes the game will even force a death on you. Like in the level Tension, which is called that because of the headache you'll have after playing it. This level has a room that explodes the second you walk into it. And what you're meant to do is shoot it with a shotgun. But without prior knowledge of this, you are 100% going to walk in and die. And also, hearing this damn explosion sound effect is worse than the death itself. It is so loud it will give you tinnitus in real life. This level also has an enemy that will never appear in the game again, which is these crouched down thugs who cannot be killed by anything other than guns. And speaking of guns, let's get into our next method of murder: ranged combat. There are two methods of ranged combat, the first one being obviously guns, and the second one is throwing random shit towards people. Let's talk about guns first. Guns obviously do what guns do and shoot people. But unlike melee weapons, they have limited ammo supply and cannot be used forever. There are three main guns that you will be using in the game: the assault rifle, the shotgun, and the double barrel shotgun. And in my opinion, the assault rifle is trash. The main issue with it is that it's not consistent at all. Some people can get shot by this thing and just survive. The double barrel is a bit better, but not by much. It has a lot of great factors like one-shotting everything no matter what and being consistent, and the huge spread removes the need for accuracy, but it is incredibly limited by its ammo count. You can only fire this thing 2 times. The normal shotgun, on the other hand, is amazing. This thing has all the pros of the double barrel, but it doesn't have the drawback. It has 6 shells. If you want to use a gun to murder everybody, just use the damn shotgun. Trust me on this. Even if the game wants you to be discreet. Please be discreet. Okay, I'm about to shoot all of you. Okay, let's talk about the other method of ranged combat: throwing. You can throw any melee or ranged weapon at enemies to knock them down and go for a finisher. There are also some weapons that kill with throwing, like the knife. But overall, throwing is only really useful when you can't use a gun and the enemy is too far away from melee. So it's kind of eh. But here's the thing about combat in general. If you want to have fun, be efficient and stylish, well then I have one word for you: variety. Using only guns isn't very fun, and using only melee isn't very efficient. So the perfect middle ground is found when you combine the two and keep switching between them. Melee should be used for groups of enemies or, well, anybody that's close to you, while guns are for any other situation. And hell, you can even bait people by firing with the gun, then absolutely decimate them with melee. And if just variety isn't fun enough for you, I recommend the Sended style of playing, where you just run forward without a care in the world and absolutely murder everything like you're playing Doom. But if that's a bit too fast for you, you can stick to normal, safe gameplay. The game allows for both, with the best example of it being the level Clean Hits. The game here puts a ton of enemies with guns near a door and allows you to sneak past them by going through a window. And while you can do that, you could also just send it and kill them all normally. And that's the great thing, you get to actually choose how you want to play the game instead of you being forced into something. But now that we've got the combat basics down, let's talk about the next thing that helps us kill Russians. Masks. Masks give additional boosts like starting with a knife or spawning more guns or making you run faster. Overall, just things that make your life just a bit easier. And there is a ton of them in the game. And while I could break down every individual one and go into detail, I'ma simplify it. Don't use anything but Tony and Brandon. Every other mask is garbage compared to these two. Tony turns into One Punch Man and makes your fist one-shot enemies. It also makes your finisher super fast. While Brandon turns you into Sonic and Crack and allows you to run at Mach 10. These two masks are god tier, and you should never not use them. Now that we've got all the tools for murder, I have one question for you.
Do you like hurting other people?
Yes. Great, so let's learn about the enemies we're dealing with. First we have the basic thug. Some have guns, some have bats, and some have really bad eyesight. They're essentially really dumb AI versions of Jacket, and they use the same tools he has while also dying in one hit. Next we have the dogs, and I hate these things with every essence of my being. They roam the entire level till they find you, and once they do, they will charge at you at Mach 10 and kill you. But thankfully they die in one hit, which means melee is great for dealing with them. Next, and the most dangerous one of all, morbidly obese people. Unlike real life, being fat in this game is an advantage, and allows you to soak up bullets like they're nothing. These guys cannot be killed on melee or be knocked down, and can only be killed by guns. They are also another reason for the assault rifle being trash, as shotguns can somewhat reliably one-shot these guys, while assault rifles need to unload their entire mag to kill them. And yeah, that's it. The game only has 3 basic enemies, but it's still goated. Now that we've got everything down, I'm going to go over the events of the game in a very simplified manner. You ready? Here we go. Schizo episode. Wake up. Phone call. Kill Russians. Get in car. Talk to man with beard. Or don't, it's your choice. Phone call. Kill Russians. Leave. Talk to man with beard. Phone call. Kill Russians. Leave. Talk to man with beard. At this point you probably get the gist of phone call, killing Russians, leaving and talking to beard, so I'ma stop saying it. Kill fat guy, kidnap girl, schizo episode, explode, kill fat guy, kill more fat guys, pick up phone, boss fight against the guy biker. He may seem unimportant, but we will be seeing more of him later. Although the boss itself is pretty bad. Since he only has 2 attacks, he lunges forward 2 times then throws his cleaver, and you have to hit him as he's getting it back. Pretty simple and easy boss, but not all that fun.
Nice shot!
Schizo episode, police raid, van jump scare, kill van driver, go home, die. Schizo episode, wake up in hospital, stealth mission, leave through a door that you're not meant to leave through, go home, get clothes, kill police, kill or spare the guy who shot you, steal police documents, kill Russians, interrogate fat guy, get the Russian boss's location, kill fat guy, go to Russian boss. This boss is pretty simple. First you grab whatever this thing is and kill his 2 panthers, then throw the thing at the bodyguard and execute her. Then hide behind the pillar until this idiot fires all his ammo. Then come out and throw some knives at him. Take his gun, go upstairs, shoot his dad, smoke. Nope, game's over. But wait, there's more. Remember that guy we killed earlier? Biker, yeah. We get to play as him. He's essentially Jacket, but he can only use his cleaver and he gets free throws that insta-kill people. So let's go over his story real quick. Interrogate guy. Kill Russians. Interrogate guy. Go home. Kill Russians. Go home. Dox the phone calls. Fight Jacket. Oh, well, that conflicts completely with the Jacket storyline, so which one actually happened? And the truth is, I have no clue. Jacket was in a coma and Biker is on a ton of drugs, so both of them are terrible in terms of facts. So, I don't know, let's just say both happened? Okay, go to the phone caller's IP address, hack the computer, Or don't if you can't be bothered to go find the puzzle pieces like me. Go to the sewers. Wow, it was the random janitors all along. Kill the janitors. Leave right off into the sunset. Except the janitors are actually alive in the second game, so this entire section makes no sense. And yeah, that's Hotline Miami. It ends very weirdly and abruptly, but it sets up the sequel. And that's it. I don't really have anything else to talk about, so thank you for watching and like and subscribe for more of this stuff.